Hello, and welcome to the next talk I'm going to do from the quarantine area, the quarantine corner, as I've been calling it. Um, Today, I think it'd be useful to talk about anxiety. Um, it's been coming up more and more with friends and people I talk to, and it seems only reasonable given what's going on. I think the longer we're all kind of locked up in our places, the more anxiety seems to kind of creep in. And anxiety can be different for each person. Doesn't have to be always, classical kind of stuff of, rapid heart rate or fast breathing or things like that. Sometimes it can manifest in poor sleep. It can also manifest as eating too much, you name it. Each person's kind of different, so you really can't know exactly how it's going. But typically you'll just start to feel kind of on edge, and when you're feeling on edge, that's a good sign that you're probably having a little bit more, as I like to call it, somatic excitation than than you should have optimally. So one of the things I like to teach people to do or get people to do is go take a walk. Obviously, everybody seems to be walking more now, and that's good. But it's a walk that's not intended to be exercise exactly. The idea is to go for a walk and be in the moment. I just call it a contemplative walk. So rather than walking and thinking about what you're going to do after the walk, thinking about what you did before the walk, watching your heart rate, whatever it is, I want you to just walk and look at the ground. Look at your feet. Look at the cracks in the sidewalk, the weeds growing out of the sidewalk. Hear the dog bark. I think where I live, there's some jasmine blooming now. Smell the jasmine. The idea is it's kind of like a contemplative walk. It's a walk where you get into a kind of a mindful space and stay there as best you can. It's hard to do. The truth is, maybe for the majority of the walk, you're going to be thinking about other things. And that's fine. When you notice that, that's the moment to say, oh, okay, but I'm trying to get back into this. So just turn your attention towards your feet and get back into it. So even if 90% of the walk you are thinking about, how you're going to pay your bills or something, which if that's the case, I'm sorry. That's okay. Even if it's 90% that, if you can get that 10% where you notice what's going on and you get control of your mind and come back to the present moment of existence, which is what there is, that would be a very useful walk. So, like I said, most people seem to be walking almost every day now. Obviously following all the rules of trying to avoid close contact with anybody. In LA and Los Angeles now, everybody should be wearing a mask outside from what we've been told. So if you're doing that daily, that's actually, for 20 minutes or so, that would be pretty ideal. In my, experience working with people, if they do that, it can have a pretty profound effect on just your general level of anxiety. So I want to keep this kind of simple and easy to do. So that's going to be your first anxiety video. Not too difficult. Take that walk, be in the moment, think about your feet. That's the big take home message is think about your feet. All right. Until the next time, stay strong, and I appreciate you watching.